Hello everyone, end all be all here, and welcome to the very final match of the season. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at who we are facing today. We have Luke from the guild Italia Fury. My guess is probably an Italian guild. Pretty good opponent, and I was expecting to face someone with one of my opponents in the group with the Ultimate Ray, but that person lost to Luke in the last match. So Luke is definitely a pretty decent player. They've got decent lifetime banners, 230k, and they are an extremely offense-oriented person. If you take a look at their Grand Arena stats, 630 offensive wins, close to what I have. But the defense, look at that, only 116, which means they keep usually a very light defense. 116 by 629 is about 18%. So definitely anything less than 20% defense to offense ratio is a pretty weak defense. So we'll have to be really careful on our offense because my opponent typically tends to score 1910 to 1930 in their offensive matches. So they go really off offense heavy, typically undersized matches, solos, that kind of a thing. So that's what we'll have to take into consideration. Like me, my opponent has also reached Kyber, so no tension from, no real pressure from either side. As I mentioned, they don't. Luke does not have Galactic Legend Ray, but if you take a look at the two opponents in the group who did have Galactic Legends Ray, neither of them made it to the finals. There's this particular person who did not make it to the finals, and then Ashla, who actually lost two of their matches. Ashla with the Galactic Legend Ray with the Ultimate, they lost both their first two matches and couldn't make it there. Which brings me to the point that even if you have Galactic Legend Ray, you need to be able to beat another Galactic Legend Ray if your opponent has that, and you need to be able to know how to really play an effective offensive game. Because if you're faced with an opponent who's comfortable with their counters to GL Ray, then there's a very good chance that you'll end up losing a match. So it's having a Galactic Legend is not a clear shot ticket to victory. All right, so let's go into the current matchup with Luke and see what our strategy is going to be. So now, because my opponent likes to go offense heavy, I went a little extra defense heavy this time, just in order to steal some banners and hopefully still be able to score 58 to 60 banners per match on my offense. So let's take a look at the defense that I've set. No change at the top. I've got my GAS and DR teams. That's what I usually set. I've also kept a Night Sister team over here. Since it's on offense, it's banner inefficient, so might as well keep it on defense. And I've seen that my opponent usually takes Padme or JKR against Night Sisters. So they don't have a really good counter against that, so I was comfortable putting Night Sisters on defense. Down south, I've kept a Newt team with Nest. And here, my opponent usually again takes JKR or CLS or something heavy like that. So it's good to keep these kind of teams in the front, in the bottom zone, so that they waste their meta teams. And the other team I've kept over here is Zol lead with Treya and Scion. I've kept Dark Nihilus on offense, but I've kept two characters, two scoundrels, Mission and Zalbar in there, since Scion goes under 100% health pretty often, and this is going to help them help Zalbar get a taunt. And apart from Zalbar, everyone else is probably going to be under stealth, so people will be forced to hit Zalbar, and if he has retribution, then he's going to assist, Mission is going to assist, and it's going to become really tough to take out. So I'm hoping that this team, there's tons of AoEs over here as well. There's Zalbar, there's Maul, there's Scion. So I'm hoping this takes out quite a number of banners. This is one team that you don't want to underestimate. So I'm hoping that my opponent, even if he one-shots it, they take in a heavy team against that and have little less left for the back. And at the back, I've kept my Padme. I usually keep my Padme for offense, but this time I decided to go a little heavy on defense and keep my Padme. And I kept my General Grievous team with the BB-8 in there to get the extra speed bump, and T3M4. Now, T3M4 and BB-8 are typically part of the Grievous nuke squad, so Grievous is going to go before the enemy team, and he's going to apply He's going to be supercharged because T3 Emperor would have gone before and hopefully applied some debuffs and increased the critical damage of Grievous. So he's going to hit really, really hard when he goes. So that's basically the purpose of this team. So hopefully, I've set a defense which is going to bleed banners, and I'm hopefully going to be efficient on offense. And on defense, my opponent has got Malevolence as well. They usually keep their Malevolence on defense. I've kept mine on defense, and we're both going to use our negotiators to take it down. My opponent's defenses, they've kept a relatively light defense with the exception of this Grievous squad, which is highly relict. But it's a vanilla Grievous squad without Watt or BB-8 in there. So I'm thinking that my JKR team should be able to get the job done. But luckily this team is at the top, so I should be able to clear the bottom, see what's at the back, and then decide how I want to approach this section. Down south, they have two lighter teams, all G12 squads. One is a Karth team, which I should be able to take my own Geos against. And then there's a Geo squad, which actually does have a couple of characters with relics. There's a Relic 5 Spy, decently modded. So we'll have to do something special for that. All right, let's actually take in our Geos against the Karth team, and hopefully try to get 60 banners. Right, let's do that. So I'm going to identify the characters with AoEs and try to apply ability block on them. Maybe I should apply ability block on Mission. Couldn't apply it, but this should get rid of her. Okay. And now let's go after Candra's. Applied ability block there. Let's dispel and let's give this to him. Okay, we'll try to get rid of Zalbar since he's almost down. And then let's keep going on Karth, finish him. Ooh, tons of AoEs, but I think we luckily managed to get the heal right in time. So we should be able to recover with full 60 banners. Okay, that was a lucky timing for the heal because he had done his AoE just as only one character was left. So there was a good chance that I could have ended with 55. But that was a favorable outcome. Now let's go after this Geo squad, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my usual Stormtrooper Han Watt Wampa combo, but I'm going to get in Kira over here. Since it is a relic spy, so I don't want to take the risk. I want to get in another extra way for Han to get protection back, and Kira also gives him stacking critical avoidance up to 3 stacks, which means about 60% extra critical avoidance. And as we know that Geos, they thrive a lot on critical hits. They gain turn meter and they gain a lot of good stuff with their critical hits. So I'm going to make Stormtrooper Han really tanky, really beefy. And in case he gets one shot by Spy, I have Vandor in there who is going to help to revive him. So this, I think this one will net me 60 banners. But let's go in and see whether this does a good job. So first, I'm going to put in the taunt tech on Han, weapons tech on Wampa, and these guys are going to start with their jobs. And then I'm going to let's apply a daze. Ooh, that was an ill-timed hit. I didn't have a chance to give Vandor prepared. This is going to make it really tricky. Ooh, I don't know if I'll be able to get this job done. Let's see if you can't get rid of Brood. Let's do this. Yeah, this was a bad piece of luck. Spy hit that guy before I got a chance. I think I better go into airplane mode and not turn meter load this team. All right, so I'm going to, so that was an unfortunate miss. So I'm going to go and restart the game and then try to take something else against that. So since I don't have my tray on offense, I might have to use Palp to try to control these guys and take them out. So I do have my Palp squad over here. I've got limited teams which can take this out. So yeah, I think maybe I'll use my Palp squad with Imperial Probe Droid, Bastilla Shan, and Darth Nihilus. Maybe instead of Nihilus, let's see which other Empire I have. Who else do I have? Which other Sith do I have? No, I think I'm just going to go in with Nihilus. Thrawn is there for the fracture. Let's try to see if we can control them right from the beginning and get rid of them. So let's pass this over to Basti. Apply some fear and shocks on everyone. Let's do a fracture out here. Okay, they got rid of our probe droid, which is not good. Let's see if we can't control them further. Excellent, we got some good shocks over here. Let's see where Spy is. Spy is under stealth, but let's go land some shocks on a few others. And some shocks over here. Let's pass this back to EP. Some more shocks. He can dispel, so let's do an ability block. All right, let's do this. Some more shocks. Excellent. Yeah, this team manages to keep it under control pretty well. And Spy is still not out of stealth. So let's go after someone weak, maybe the soldier. And let's apply some more fear. Some more shocks over here. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's keep going over here against this guy. Anyone else have shock? No one else yet. Let's do this and apply a shock over here. Yeah, this team manages to control this pretty well. So in a pinch, if you don't have your Treya or you've used your Treya elsewhere and you need to get these guys under control, if you've got your EP squad, you should be able to get a decent job with controlling the geos. I probably shouldn't have taken my probe droid, but yeah, maybe I should have gone with a more heavier. Should have gone with a more heavier Sith or Empire character, but this should net us exactly 37 banners. So we've lost quite a bit banners on defense, but this is not an ideal start. But we need to make sure that we get at least 60 on every other match in order to be able to do a decent job. So we've learned about some limitations of the Thrawn squad, of the not the Thrawn, but the Watt Wampa squad. We need to be able to buff Vandor early. I think more important than putting the weapons tech on Wampa, you need to put the healing tech on Vandor so that he gets prepared really early and is able to revive your Stormtrooper Han in the case of an unfortunate hit from Spy like we just saw. So that's going to be critical in a matchup like that. Going forward in the future, I will be replacing my Wampa with Veteran Han, and Veteran Han actually applies an AoE ability block, which should prevent Spy from using the special ability to do a one-shot like that. So that's going to be my goal with that team in the future. But let's see what we have at the back. So yeah, we've got bounty hunters, we've got crew, and we've got crew and Night Sisters over here. Okay, that we should be able to take care of with bounty hunters and with our resistance squad. Let's go take care of the Grievous squad at top, because that's going to be the toughest squad left. We should try to end with it as close to 60 banners as possible with that squad. And then we can see what we want to take against the south. So let's go in with our Grievous squad. And it's a highly relic squad, but I'm going to just hope that my Jolie Bindo is able to survive long enough to get the job done. So pass it over to Yoda. Get some stealth and spread some debuffs around. Okay, and then we can target our B2 Super Battle Droid and try to get him down as soon as we can. Let's just waste our mark on him. All right, so that one is done. Now we just need to try to let's get some stacks down on this guy so that he heals less. Savior is still not popped, so we oh, now the Savior is popped, so we had a big hit land on Jolie. The Droidica hits really hard, so you have to try to see. Ooh, these guys are targeting Jolie. I don't like that at all. I need to let me heal up Jolie a little bit. Let's spread these buffs around. Whew. All going after Jolie for some reason. Again, Droidica went after Jolie. Man, what are these guys doing? I need to get some master's training on Jolie, but I don't know how that is going to be possible. Let's try to see if we can't get rid of him. Ooh. This is going to be really dicey. Now, Jolie is about to die. We don't have a heal. All right, finally, we got some heal done. Let's pass this over to Jolie. Okay, he survived. Excellent. Let's get Yoda back and then give Master's Training to... Well, actually, let's mark this guy first. And yeah, that was touch and go. These heavily relict Grievous squads, even plain vanilla, they tend to do a lot of damage and tend to get quite tricky. We have to see if we can't at least get some health back. Let's pass this to her. Oh, he's gone again. All right, let's pass it back to Jolie. I don't know if we'll be able to recover. Yeah. So we'll have to keep Hermit Yoda dead. There's no way to revive him. But so very poor banners over here, 54. So we'll need to get as close to 60 as we can in the other matches. That's going to be our goal. So the next toughest match over here is going to be the, let's see, I think it's going to be the Newt squad, which has Nest in there as well. It's got Nest and Watt. So we'll probably have to take our, let's see, should we take a CLS against that? Or should we take, yeah, I think CLS might have to be it. Might have to be CLS. Do we have any healers? Nope. Okay, so let's take CLS against that. And what do we take against the other characters? Against the Night Sisters, I'm going to take in my bounty hunters. And I think only these four should be able to get the job done since they're not as relict. So I'm just going to go in with them. See if you can't end with 61 banners. Let's try to target down. Let's do this. Burning, reduce our max health. Okay, so Plague is out. Now we just need to get some healing done. And let's see if we can't get rid of Asajj, maybe. Not yet. Let's do some more healing. Okay, now with Django, we should be able to get rid of Asajj since she's the only relict one out there. And now let's keep going. Let's reduce Daka's max health again. She's only G12, so nothing much to worry about. Now we can get rid of Spirit. Let's attack Talzin and get rid of her. Now we just need to recover some protection on everyone. Let's get rid of Zombie twice so that we are able to control the battle a little better. I do want to end with full health and full protection over here, so let's do what we can. I think everyone is at full health and full protection, but I do want 2 stacks on Zombie so that we are free to recover some health and protection. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that's 1 stack less on Zombie. It keeps recovering. Okay, that's fine. I think we are all at full health and full protection, so we should be able to end this match now. It is a fast Zombie. I'm not able to get 2 kills on it. We have 2 minutes left, so that's fine. Finally, 61. Okay, so we managed to get recover some banners out there. 61. Now, what should I take against the what do I have left for the? I've got the CLS squad, which is a good squad. I have my JTR squad. I have my other resistance squad, which is Finn, and I have First Order. I think I can probably use First Order against one of these. Maybe against the against this squad. Bosk is 308, so that's going to be problematic to get down. It's a really fast Bosk. Can I use this is going to be, because we have to look at maximum banners that we can recover from these teams. So what can we use against these teams? I do want to one-shot it, so I think I'm definitely going CLS on the Newt squad. So let's go ahead and do that. Question is, who do I take in with CLS and Han and Chewie? Maybe I'll take in my Shakti for some recovery of protection. And Shakti is also not going to steal guard from CLS. Yep, so that's good. And she can recover protection, call assists. All right, let's just take this in and see if this one does a job. Let's get rid of Watt before he gets any techs out. And I want to call Han to assist out here. Got rid of him. Let's land a big hit over there. Another big hit. Okay, stunned him. That's good. Reduce some turn meter here and kill him. Okay. Let's get him out of stealth. All right. I'm going to just try to get rid of this guy. Let's hide Han. Dispel that. All right, so now we are open for a big hit over here. Let's get rid of that. Now we need to recover protection somehow. Don't know if that's going to be possible. Nah, probably not. So I'm going to end with 59. No, 61 minus 3. I'm going to end with 58 out here. Okay. That's okay against a Newt squad. I think that's okay. Now on the rest, we've got the two resistance squads, and we have first order. Now either way, the Bosk is going to go first, so there's no avoiding that. Question is, what's going to allow me to recover banners the best against Bosk? Because I won't be able to dispel the taunt for Bosk, but I might be able to apply buff immunity if I take my resistance heroes in there. And so yeah, I think I might take this team in. This team has got plenty of damage. It's got healing, it's got buff immunity, and it's got some control as well. Let's take this in. Let's see if this one is able to do a decent job. So I'm going to pass this over to Finn so that he gets inspired, and then I'm going to deal special damage to him and stun him and apply buff immunity. Then pass this over to, yep, that's great. So that prevented our boss from going first. Now I want to get rid of Zam because she does lots of thermals. So this is going to end up calling all attackers to assist. So I think it'll get rid of Zam. Maybe I should get rid of Dengar, but he might go under stealth. Okay, so she's gone. Let's get rid of Greedo. Okay, so far so good. Let's see if we can't apply. I won't be able to stealth anyway, so let's see if we can't apply a stun over here. Let's take out the stun meter and go after him. Inflict daze and stagger. Okay, let's do that and pass the inspired over to Ray. So this team is doing tons of damage. That's good to see. Let's pass this over to Ray so that she can one-shot him. And then now let's, what does the basic do? Let's just call everyone to assist and finish this off. Excellent. So you can see over here, I did not allow the enemy to take a single turn. Even though the Bosk was 308 speed, my Finn happened to be faster at 314 speed, which is why I was able to juggle the turns around and managed to avoid giving a turn to the enemy and managed to one-shot them all one by one. And this is despite not having BB-8 in the team, because BB-8 is the one who usually speeds up the team. So despite not having BB-8, I was able to control the battle in order to get a full 60 banners over there. Now against this one, I probably will have to go in with a mirror match and take my own first order against that, because I was counting on using JTR against this because I wanted to apply healing immunity, but it looks like I don't think my Finn team will be able to end with full health and full protection out there. There's limited protection recovery there, so I'll have to go in with my my Kylo Ren and try to recover full health and full protection. I think my team is faster than theirs, so I'll just have to stun them a couple of times. Let's stun this guy because he can cleanse. So I start the thing with 2 stuns, and then let's start going after these guys one by one. Okay, so first get some turn meter. Let's do that. Let's do a basic so that we get taunt, and let's get rid of this guy. All right, mass healing on that, and then get rid of that. Okay, now we've got healing immunity on a couple of our characters, so I'm going to do a basic to keep the taunt on him. But I want to get Kylo Ren, the masked version, down as soon as possible, so that we don't have all this healing immunity which is applied out there. So there's less turn meter on him. So let me just do this so that he doesn't do AoEs anymore. Give some turn meter. All right, now I'm going to pass this back to Crew so that he can stun him, and let's just control the battle from now on. Now it's just a question of recovering full health and full protection. The basic is gives him, I think, advantage. So there we've got full protection on First Order Stormtrooper, full protection on everyone, I think, except for Hux and maybe Kylo. Gains 10% turn meter. Gains advantage. Okay, so if this scores a critical hit, he gains an advantage, and that's a buff, and he gets some protection back. So that wasn't a critical hit, unfortunately. Okay, let's give everyone turn meter, and I'm going to try a critical hit again to see if he can get a buff. Not yet. So is it 59? 60. I think it was just a little bit off. Okay, so we managed to get 60 over here as well. So despite that one loss and that unfortunate 54 match against Grievous, we managed to do okay in terms of banners. Let's take our Grievous squad against this and try to get as many banners as possible. All right, and so for that, what I do is I take these guys. I take Plo, and I'm going to take in Ahsoka. I don't think I need any more, so I'm just going to go in with these guys, and hopefully this should be a quick match. It is a 6-star Hyena Bomber, so my plan is usually to go after Hyena Bomber first, force them to use the Buzz Droids, and then apply buff immunity on Sunfac. Excellent. And then call in everyone to assist. Try to take down the Hyena Bomber as soon as we can. And then we call in Plo to dispel all of those Buzz Droids. And let's speed up everyone. And keep focusing down on Hyena Bomber. And try to take him down as soon as possible. Some offense up over here. And then once the Buzz Droids come there, I again pass the taunt over to Houndstooth and dispel those Buzz Droids, because you want to keep the team free from Buzz Droids as much as possible. All right. I'm going to apply buff immunity over here because Spy otherwise is going to go into under stealth. Excellent. Buff immunity has been applied. We are about to lose someone, but let's do this and see if we can't take most of them down. Lost some protection on everyone, but I think we should be able to get them down with this. Okay, how many banners did we get? 66. Excellent. That's a good outcome. So yeah, that it helped that I had two free slots, two unused slots. That gave me a couple of extra banners because I didn't really need them, and I was able to recover some banners over here. Okay, so let's see how much we ended up with. So we are at 1909. So despite losing one battle over here, we ended up at 1909. This was an unfortunate failure. I mean, I've used that team successfully about 3 or 4 times in the past, but I think I made a critical mistake not getting Vandor prepared early because the spy was hitting really hard, and there was a really strong chance that my Stormtrooper Hunt could have got one shot. But lesson learned. Every failure teaches you something. So excited to learn that and apply my learnings next time. But 1909, I think, is a decent score. That is, I think, around 58. My opponent, even if they one shot everything, would need to get 58 banners on average per match in order to win. So I'm okay with that score. I would have ideally liked 1920 and above, but that's okay. I think 1909 is fine. It's I would say, yeah, about 58 banners per match. So I think that's going to be a tall order for my opponent, especially given that the fact that I've got Padme over here as well and banner stealing teams. So I'm hoping that despite the fact that my opponent has plenty of offense, they manage to struggle a little bit at the back and are not able to take this out. I'll give you guys an update shortly once my opponent has had a chance to go. Catch you guys soon. All right, so the attack phase is over, and this was a victory. My opponent failed to clear me, which was good to see. They did one shot my Gas and my Darth Revan. I'm guessing those are mirror matches. Couldn't take down my Night Sisters. They attempted that last. And then the Maul team and the Newt team were taken out, but they were taken out with very less banners, I think around 54, 55, which was good to see. I think it was 48 banners on the Newt and 53 banners on the Maul team with Treya. So very less banners. So even though it was one shot, it's good to see. And at the back, they did one shot my Grievous for about 54 banners, but they did struggle against my Padme team. I don't think they expected to see that since I usually don't keep it on defense. So they took a few battles to take that down, and obviously didn't reach my ship as well. So final score 1909 to 1377. Pretty happy about that. And now we've got a couple of weeks break before we reach the next season of Grand Arena Championships. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Just to give you guys an update of where we are in my current farming of Rey. I've just completed the tier 1 and tier 2s. I've collected the 180 shards over there. I just need to do 3 of the tier 3 sections to completely unlock Rey. And that, I think, I've got most of the tickets collected. I think within a day or two I should have Rey unlocked, and pretty much R7'd within a day or two more. So I think within 3 days I should have my Rey up and running. I'll test it out in the arena and have something for you guys soon. But apart from that, I think the rest of my resistance also, I have a few plans for them next time. I plan to use Finn lead with Holdo and Rose more. So in my next few videos in Grand Arena, I'll definitely have those teams on offense that I'll talk about a little more. I've got some thoughts on that. The Resistance heroes, Poe and Finn, will obviously go under Rey, but JTR, I'm planning to have a droid-centric team around that as well. So I'll talk a little bit more about that as well. So that's my plan for the Resistance, and that's the end of this season of Grand Arena. I hope you guys have a good couple of weeks break before the next GAC season starts. And may the force be with you.